There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check the high. Lucky 48. Good route here. Hey, box truck. Gun.
First down. Here's Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Vikings.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I've got one way.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They give it to Williams, running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
You go tight, color. You got tight right there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Following the interception, Cousins. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Done.
Cousins to throw it. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Returnable for Sherrills. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing, Cousins, going deep for Diggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Cousins now. And Diggs has it. The end result, 21 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense is trying to really stop him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. And for the younger fans watching this, you might think Vikings, Chiefs, and not see a lot of history in this game. But this is part of the NFL 100 series because these two teams met way back in Super Bowl IV with the Chiefs winning their first and only Super Bowl title. The Vikings, of course, still yet to win a title, even though they made it 4 times to the final game back in that time period. They were in Super Bowl 4, 8, 9, and 11, but went 0 for 4 in those affairs. To throw, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First down, Vikings.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Listen to me. Hey, Haywood. Gun.
Cousins again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offense.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Marcus Sherrill's on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Go. Gun.
Cousins. And the pressure gets to him again. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 3rd and long for Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Vikings 42, Chiefs 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 39. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Gets this one to Hill. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. They'll run on first down. Williams. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That good for 19 and a first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
A give to Williams, running right. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Hey, check. Mike 50. Yellow. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check. Fresno.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tyreek Hill. Incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Yellow. Tight ends on the ring. Yellow. Hang on. Got 4 now. Haywood. Check 3. Mike 50. Okay.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First down and 10. At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. To throw it is Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is Are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds McCoy. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. On 1st down, Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
You gotta go right here. You got right.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mahomes completes that one to Watkins. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Attack!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Room here to run. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. Cousins on first down. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. 71 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They're going to try and run. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Switch it. Yellow. Two, fellas, let's go. SOS. Blue dark Porkers.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is intercepted. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Travis Kelce past the 20. And hold everything here. This one is not over yet. They return it for the touchdown.
They continue to fight, don't they?
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Chiefs 46.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts.
It got his man complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. On second down, it's Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson-Dejo. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel-downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion.